Peace, world peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I'm just back for a part two of my earlier shot of love. Something kept flashing in my mind after the fact about Wendy Williams. We talked about Wendy Williams this week, how Wells Fargo has frozen her assets and now she's fighting for access to her own money. And the shot of love today was talking about how life is messy. Sometimes, we wake up and mess is at the front door. But the truth of the matter is that we actually created the mess in the first place. When you see a person like a Wendy Williams, who is, even though she's high profile, she has a lot of money, she also has a lot of problems. And I know the saying is more money, more problems. But honestly, when you have troubles within yourself and then you get money on top of that, it just really enhances those troubles, makes those troubles bigger and louder. So you really have to deal with the core of the problem. And when you look at a Wendy Williams with the problem around money, that typically will say that there's fear around money. When there's a fear around a thing, it will attract, the universe will see that fear and raise you on top of that fear. Like in a poker game, I raise you 100. The universe is going to match and then raise you on that fear by giving you experiences to match the fear that you have around that thing. You have to really be mindful, calibrate with an active mind to raise your vibration. Because really, at the end of the day, it's all about the vibration. That's what I continue to stress. And I'm going to keep stressing it because it's so important. When you calibrate your thoughts, the thoughts of a thing, to the vibrational frequency of that thing, then you manifest that thing. So if you have a lot of fear around a thing and your thoughts are matching the frequency of the fear of that thing, then you're going to manifest that thing, that fear. So if you have a fear around money, you're going to have money problems, and you're going to have things happen left and right with money problems. Like, let's talk about even Kanye West. We talked about him this week too. Kanye West is spiraling. He's all over the place with not just his divorce and custody issues, it seems, but lashing out at other people, making threats to satisfy, what he wants to happen. But that's not the way to do it. Somebody called Kanye for me so we could have a chat. But so Kanye's having all these issues around his marriage and his children. I don't know if you guys saw, he was on, I think, Instagram last night, which was Saturday night, or maybe early this morning on Sunday, with all these posts about his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife's boyfriend, calling him names, accusing him of all kinds of things. He even posted this saying that he's not hacked. He wanted to basically prove that everything that he's posting, because it's so outrageous, that it's really him. And I don't think we had a doubt that it was him, because it's not really outside of the type of stuff that he does. But again, life is messy. And when you see these type of issues playing out, that says that to me that he has a fear around losing his family. He has a fear around losing the love of his children and probably Kim too. So now all of that is playing out. That fear is what's playing out in his reality right now. So I'm going to encourage you to look around at what's going on in your life. I don't know. Obviously, there could be so many things going on in a person's life. All I know is what's going on in my life. I know that, when there were fears around certain things and I saw things play out a certain way, I have been able to grow to a place to now be able to say that that's in the past, and that now I know better and I'm doing better, and it literally works. So I can't, come and speak to you about anything that I haven't myself tried, experienced, and seen to be true. So, with that being said, when I'm talking to you about vibration and frequency, these things are things you can do your own research on. These things are things that they're nothing, this is nothing new under the sun. This is not anything that other than what God has blessed us with, the ability to navigate through this world with the tools that He gave us, the tools to be able to manifest our desires. The problem is that we tend to not focus on our desires, but to focus on the fears around our desires instead. And when you focus on the fears of anything, again, you're going to manifest that very thing. So just remember, when you're focusing on something, check your mood and just basically check yourself and make sure you're staying on a positive frequency, that you're not focusing on the negative or the fear of that thing, but focusing instead on what it is that you actually want. You always want to focus on what it is you do want versus what you don't. When you do find yourself drifting off into thought, into a fear, and entertaining that fear, then you need to be mindful enough and be aware of the fact that you need to flip the script, that you're heading down a road that's going to land you somewhere that you probably don't want to be. So you want to make sure you make a U-turn and you change that thought, change the frequency. So many things can be a mood changer, from music to laughter, um, to love. So if you have things in your life that you can turn to, or people in your life you can turn to when you need a mood changer, then that will be the thing to do. Ideally, you want to be able to turn within to yourself, within, to grab from there whatever tools you need to change that mood around. But sometimes, we go outside first. That's kind of how we're trained to search for your resolutions on the outside, through people or through other tools that maybe we can buy. But in reality, the tools are inside. The tools are our birthright. And remember, more than anything, it's about your vibration. So meditation, like I was saying in a shot of love today, is to quiet the mind, clear the space and the energy so that you can create new from a new space. So you can focus your intention. You only need to do that like 10, 15 minutes a day. I say 10 to 20 minutes a day. Sit quietly, do some mindful breathing, and that's just paying attention to your breaths, feeling gratitude for those breaths, which is gratitude for life. Gratitude, like I was saying earlier today, is your connection to God. So just make sure that are incorporating gratitude into your daily mindful meetings. You need to be meeting with yourself every day. And if you follow the four agreements, I believe the author is Miguel Rodriguez. It's a book, but there are four agreements, and you'll no longer allow other people to bring you down or bring down your vibration. Because one of those four agreements are to not take things personally. Don't take anything personally. I brought up the four agreements, but I don't want to. Let's see. My mind is kind of blank, but I know the one I was focusing on for this is to not take something personal. Don't take anything personal, because typically, if somebody says something to you or does something that rubs you the wrong way or hurts you, it's really coming from a hurt within them. It really has nothing to do with. And just know that when you're investing in something, whether it's a relationship, your work or career, whatever that is, the momentum of that investment, whatever you've been doing over time with that relationship or with that thing, if you decide at some point that things need to change or that you need to change directions or that, you need to maybe up the ante, just know that the momentum that's already going, if you need to change or shift something, sometimes it takes time because you've already invested. It's already going in a certain direction. It's already got gas behind it in that direction. So if you want to change directions or make a shift, all it takes is just taking those actions, whatever that is, and starting with your thoughts. But just know that everything is an instant. Sometimes it's going to take time to change so that momentum can change directions also, if that makes sense. You have to give things time. Life is a process. God is a process, always in motion. So when you're in a process, things are messy. You just have to know how to stay on top of things, stay ahead of things, really be able to organize and prioritize things in an instant. These are things you learn. If you're not, some people are like me, these organization and things like that come easily for me. Not everything comes easy for me, but being able to organize and prioritize and shift and change and move with whatever needs to happen, I can do that. Not everybody can very easily, but you can learn. So I guess the whole thing is about that is don't be afraid of change. And just know that if you have made change and you don't really see the change, that the change is definitely going to be visible to you very soon. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing the work. Keep the momentum going. And if something is just totally not working and you're not feeling it, then don't feel afraid to cut something off, to stop that process and move on. Sometimes you can just stop the process if it's not working. Why continue something that isn't serving you or maybe even be hurting you? So, like I said, when you have a fear around a thing and you focus on that fear is going to come alive in life. So, Wendy Williams, her fear around money showed up when Wells Fargo decided that they were going to freeze her assets. She's now saying she doesn't have the ability to pay her bills. I'm sure she wasn't expecting that when she woke up that day to find that she couldn't check her bank account online. And Kanye. We've been seeing Kanye for weeks going crazy, driving all over town looking for his daughter's birthday party, going on live, trying to tell the public what's going on with his personal life. They're trying to keep my kids from me. He's seemingly spiraling. He's going crazy. And he just doesn't have control of himself. He is lashing out. He's not very mindful or conscious of his moves. It's like he's reacting. He's not being proactive, he's being reactive, behind the eight ball. That's not where you want to be. Again, these people have money and access, but the mess is still there, right? Because life typically is just messy. So if you're a Wendy Williams who has, fear around money, then you need to change your mind about money. Whatever fears that you have to just change the thought of the fear to what it is that you want from the money. What is that you feel money can do for you? See yourself doing those things. Feel thankful with that feeling for the money. Because you have to feel the things as if you have the things. Because again, it's all about vibration. When you feel those things, if you're daydreaming about money and having it and traveling, whatever it is you want to do, and then you're feeling it, your vibration is changing at this point. Your vibration is matching that vision that you have. And if you can do that consistency and change your whole calibration, then you will see it show up in your life. There's no way around it. This is universal law. Thoughts become things. Your mood becomes a reality. So a daily mood check is absolutely necessary. Throughout the day, you should be checking on yourself. How am I feeling? If you find yourself wallowing in fearful thoughts or depressive thoughts, catch those thoughts, mindful, and then realize that you're breathing and that you're alive and that you have different opportunities every minute to change things. Feel the gratitude for that. That alone will also change your vibration. When you're in the present, in the very moment, like right now, you're in the moment, you're listening to me. Everything in life in this moment is great, right? You're breathing, you're alive, you're getting some knowledge on how to change things around in life. Or maybe you like the way things are going in life, but you want to make sure they keep going the way they're going. Just stay in gratitude. Let the universe know this is where I want to be. This is it. Thank you. Tell God, you know what? We made it. It's just that simple. Honestly. Overthinking things is also a way to trip yourself up. When you have your mind filled with over analyzing this and that, instead of just letting things flow, having trust in the fact that, I am doing this work, whatever that is. I'm thankful for it. Your intentions are right, in the right place. You're focused, then you're good. So all that to say, if you're Wendy Williams or Kanye West, make sure you're checking yourself throughout the day for your mood, flipping the script on the fearful thoughts around your money or your family or your loved ones. Do not be Kanye. Do not be Wendy. You don't need to wake up in the morning and find that your all of your assets and your bank accounts are on freeze. No control over it whatsoever. Wake up in the morning knowing it's your daughter's birthday and come to find out nobody wants to tell you where the party is. People are on live recording themselves at your daughter's birthday party and you don't know where it is and you haven't been invited and you're driving all over town looking for it. You don't want to be that person. You are the captain of your ship and you have all the tools and the resources within you to be able to navigate that ship, get to all the places that you want to go, and steer away from all the places you don't want to go. And the point would be not to even think about those places. Don't even focus on those places. Why would you focus on a place where you don't want to go? Doesn't make sense. You only focus on where you want to be. Keep your intent there and you'll get there. That's for sure. Trust and believe. But yeah, I just wanted to reiterate these things. That's pretty much it. I think I'm going to put this in the member channel first. Speaking of, I'm going to be doing moving forward. I think we're going to do the lives in the member channel and then I'll put them public later at some time, maybe. But I'm going to do more focus on my member channel. So I want to say thank you again for your time. Appreciate you. Much love. Keep your energy positive. Keep your vibration up and your frequency strong. Thoughts become things. And of course, your mood will become your reality. So check that. All right. Till next time. Peace.